All right, welcome to a tutorial video on how to use the litter editor version 2.0 created by 30. The litter editor plugin can be found at this website, which is also linked in the description. All you need to do is download the latest release, scroll down to find the JS file, and make sure you save it in your plugin menu. This webpage also tells you all about how to use the things that I'll be explaining in this video. As you know, in Roller Coaster Tycoon, guests have the ability to drop litter if they can't find a garbage, and vomit when they get sick on rides. The new litter editor plugin is exactly what it sounds like. It allows you to edit these litter items. So I'm going to take you through all of these tabs and what they do, and how you can use this plugin in your own creations. The first tab here is very simple. There is an eyedropper tool, which allows you to select pieces of litter. You can change the type. And using these sliders, you can move the litter to any position that you would like to. You can also directly click on the number and set the position to whatever you would like to. The paintbrush tool allows you to place litter by clicking on tiles. You can change the type of litter to whatever you want. And the bin icon is obviously to delete litter items. Second tab is the statistics menu, which allows you to see what types of litter have been placed in your park or have been dropped by guests. And at the bottom there is a total. I believe 30 told me that there is a maximum amount of 3,200 pieces of litter in any given park. So make sure you are careful with your use of this plugin. The third tab is the track distributor. This allows you to distribute litter pieces along track layouts. Select the ride you want, the number of litter, the litter type, and if you want any Z offset. Click distribute litter, and you can see there is now litter placed along this track layout. The undo button allows you to remove all of that. So if you're not happy with your initial placement, you can click undo, make any adjustments you need, and distribute litter once again. If you then delete the ride, you'll be left with a really cool litter shape. The fourth tab is the text tab. It says diagonal text, but you can place this text along the grid lines as well. Click set text, type in whatever text you'd like, pick your litter type, and these buttons allow for all kinds of different editing to your text. For example, with these settings here, if we place text on this tile, you may not see it pop up right away, but a quick zoom in and out will fix that. But let's say I want these letters spaced a little bit more and a little bit taller. I'll click undo, add to the kerning, add to the Z spacing, place text, and our text is now more spaced out and taller. Changing the bias will also slant your text one way or the other. For example, here is 0 bias. If I add it up to 2, it slightly slants the text. Bumping the bias up to 5 slants it even more. If you change the alignment to grid, the text will always work from left to right in this direction, sort of the northeast direction. You can also align your text vertically. If you forget to undo text that you don't want, you can only undo one thing at a time. A few options you have is to just raise and lower ground around your text, and that will delete the litter. Or if you have no other litter in your park and you want to remove all of it, you can just go to the cheats, staff cheats, and remove trash. Feel free to play around with these settings however you wish, and do a lot of testing to get a text that you're happy with. The fifth tab in the plugin is the image printer, and this is one of the most powerful tabs in this entire plugin. Head back to the website where you downloaded the plugin and click on Image Studio to bring up the image editing tool. Here you can import your own bitmap images. It will be mapped to the litter palette. Large images are supported and previewed centered on the 32 by 32 canvas that you see here. In your bitmap image, you can also discard a background color of your choosing. Here you can also draw and edit your own images if you'd prefer to do that. The color swatches here all represent a different litter type with a menu right next to it. So let's say I want to make a smiley face out of burger boxes. Maybe I want some red eyes and a tongue. And I'll make a nose out of rubbish. As you draw and edit your image, or as you upload your image, you will see a code here to copy into OpenRCT. On your image editor, that's where you select Set String and paste the encoded string from the website. Larger images might require you to add more strings. If you need to, click Yes to add more. If not, select No. Then to place your image, simply click Print Image and click a tile to place the litter. As you can see, I have this selected to floor, but you can also do orthogonal to stand your image up, or diagonal. As you can see, floor places the litter on the ground, orthogonal places it standing up vertically along grid lines, and diagonal places it diagonally. If your image is too big or small, you can change the scale and print again. You can also use the offsets to move the litter into a position that you're happy with. The only thing left for you to do is download the plugin, experiment, test things out, make your own bitmaps, and see what fun designs you can make to decorate your parks.